Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. Today, I know I said I probably was going to be on and off with my aim training. Fuck it. I'm going to do another 30 days to make it 60 days of aim training. And I was aim training here and there, but not really consistently. But I was definitely improving since I had already made it to Platinum in Marvel Rivals. I'm going to start testing other games too to see how far my rank goes. But as of now, I feel like Platinum's gonna be my max. But who knows, maybe I'll get to Diamond. All I know is that by this point, the aim is not really what I have to worry about in Rivals. It's more my game sense. As of right now, it is May 1st. So until May 31st, I'm gonna be tracking the Voltaic benchmark about every Saturday or so, since I'm also trying to get to gold on that. And yeah, we'll see how fast I can improve. I'm gonna get right into it.
That works to strengthen the U.S.-Israel relationship. This partnership advances America's interests and democratic values and helps keep Israel safe.
We do not understand the concept of love. Here are a group of Zionists who come anywhere they want to and organize love and feeling for a place called Israel. Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love.
Alright, by the end of the second month, there's not much I can update y'all on, I can't lie. Off of week 1, I feel like that was just peak newbie games. I'm not sure how long newbie games really do last, even in a workout scenario. Actually, I'm about to look it over right now, give me a sec. Whoa. First 1 to 3 months. Alright, well, I'm guessing they were being applied, but I didn't feel the difference anymore. Like, first month of aim training, it was a consistent gradual gain with 1 or 2 days of struggling on the scenario because I do less points, which doesn't really matter because, like I said, as long as I was staying consistent to my high score, that's what mattered to me. But it did suck when I noticed that my points would drop. That happened a lot more, but that was my fault because that's when I really started noticing. I'm not saying I went completely autopilot when aim training, but there were some scenarios where I was giving it a lot more thought sometimes than other times. One I can give an example of is, I can't think of the name, but I'm gonna put the scenario on screen right now. I was playing 1200 DPI. Oh shit! Okay, you know what? That was one thing I should have updated y'all on. I got a sleek new mouse, wireless, which also made it a lot easier for doing more aggressive flicks. Cause the thing that sucked about my other wired mouse is when I do a hard flick sometimes, since it's wired, it gets stuck on my monitor and then it get tangled up in that. So sometimes my mouse would get caught while I'm dragging it, and then I can't drag it more, and it would affect my mouse movements. I had no problems like that with this wireless mouse. Definitely felt an improvement right away. Just doing scenarios, was able to get into the groove of things right away when I started aim training again. Started rambling, but yeah, like I was saying, the scenario where you're flicking right to left, left to right, when I was completely concentrated on it, I would know exactly how much I would move my hand, like my wrist movement, when I was super concentrated. But other times I would, I guess, be on autopilot, even though it felt like I was trying to concentrate. Once I over flick or under flick, the micro flick would be the fast part. But I just wish that I was able to stay in that zone a lot longer, because I'm not exactly sure what really made me lock into it, because other times it felt like I was locked into it, but just like I said, when you feel that feeling in your mouth, sometimes it just feels off. But when you're super locked in, it just feels perfect. That's about it. Everything else I felt improvement in. My tracking definitely felt a lot better, and the fact that there's been more positives than negatives, like, I'm telling you, it's bad. To be fair, I was also a Widow main, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put it on screen, but I'm pretty sure my max when I was grinding with Black Widow, and this is PC lobby, so that's also what I was getting shit on, was Silver 3, I think. So that's why I shouldn't be too focused on the negatives, because keyboard and mouse has just drastically sped up my improvement. Sadly, Marvel Rivals is really all I ended up playing. I know I said I was gonna try to include another game to start grinding in to see how far up I rank up in that. I was just too tunnel visioned on Rivals, since that was the game I felt like the most I was improving in. I'll have some of the finals clips, but sadly I didn't really get to grind the rank. I only played one rank game of that. But for Rivals, end of month 1, I'm pretty sure I finished near gold or something like that. And now by the end of this video, I had reached Plat 1. I was really trying to make diamond to fit it into this video, but I'm just not gonna have the time for it. And I'm so close. I'll bring up the screenshot right now where I'm at. I was so focused on just ranking up, I didn't really get to appreciate how I went from struggling in bronze in month 1 to now struggling to try to get to diamond. I'll pull up on screen my final results of my Kovacs benchmark. I would have preferred to see me move on. I would have preferred to see me move on to the next benchmark, but seeing how after the first month I struggled even getting silver, it's not that bad. The objective was better aim in general, not a good score on my tests anyways, which I can confidently say it did get better. It's a lot more smooth compared to when I played controller, and seeing how I was scared to even pick up keyboard and mouse because it would have felt like starting from zero again. In reality, I just sucked at games, so there wasn't much to catch up on. To wrap things up though, my aim training has definitely sped up my progress compared to if I only played the game I wanted to get good at. If you're a controller player and had the thought about changing, you should. However, if you want to stick to controller like how I was, I'd say you can if you are already super confident in your ability. But for me, I was a below average controller player, so the jump was pretty crazy when I started improving. And it was also really noticeable. But if you're already a crazy player that doesn't want to learn anything new, that's fine. And also, if you are already a keyboard player, I'd say the newbie games would still affect you, since think of it as playing a pickup game of a sport. So if I went into a basketball court and played pickup games only, that's kind of how you're going at this. So you would still get good by doing those scrimmages and stuff, but compare that player to a basketball player that doesn't only do scrimmages but goes to the court alone, starts doing dribble drills, starts doing shooting drills. Them on during the scrimmages is gonna have a lot more experience and knowing what to do compared to the player that only plays pickup games. So even if you have been playing keyboard and mouse for a while now but never picked up aim training, I'd say that those newbie games would still affect you, and you would still be improving, even if not at the same rate as a player that starts from complete zero. Anyways though, I hope you enjoyed the journey. For more videos documenting my progress, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.